When you think about summer blockbusters, the image that probably comes to mind is a high-octane, action-packed thriller. Well, the MEG certainly fits that description, but it also throws in a few buckets of seawater, a megalodon the size of a small island, and Jason Statham's perpetually furrowed brow. Strap in, folks. We're diving into the deep end. The MEG begins with a classic trope, a submarine full of scientists stuck at the bottom of the ocean, which just happens to be teeming with prehistoric life. Enter our hero, Jonas Taylor, played by Jason Statham, a deep-sea rescue diver with a traumatic past. Taylor is the kind of guy who wakes up and immediately does 100 push-ups, all while brooding. He's called in to rescue the trapped scientists because, apparently, the rest of the world's divers were busy. As the plot unfolds, we learn that the Mariana Trench, the deepest part of the world's oceans, isn't quite what we thought. Surprise! It's actually deeper, and beneath a thermocline layer, it harbors a whole ecosystem untouched by time. And what's the star attraction in this underwater zoo? A megalodon, a shark so big that it makes Jaws look like a guppy. Now, this is where the movie really takes a bite. The megalodon, or MEG for short, is not your average prehistoric shark. It's a 75-foot-long beast with an insatiable appetite and a knack for popping up just when things seem calm. If you're a fan of suspense, you'll love the scenes where the MEG is just lurking under the surface, and if you're into over-the-top action, well, you're in for a treat. One of the film's strengths is its commitment to not taking itself too seriously. The dialogue is peppered with tongue-in-cheek humor and one-liners that would make Arnold Schwarzenegger proud. When the characters aren't busy running for their lives or coming up with ingenious ways to battle the MEG, they're cracking jokes. The special effects are where the MEG truly shines, or should I say, glistens with sea salt. The underwater scenes are visually stunning, with a mix of serene beauty and terrifying danger. When the MEG appears, it's a jaw-dropping, no pun intended, spectacle. The shark itself is a CGI marvel, convincingly menacing and surprisingly expressive. You might find yourself simultaneously rooting for it and praying it doesn't eat your favorite character. Plot-wise, the movie doesn't venture into uncharted waters. It follows a familiar trajectory: discovery, initial skepticism, confrontation, and the inevitable showdown. But what it lacks in originality, it makes up for in sheer entertainment value. There's a sense of fun and adventure that keeps you hooked, even when the plot holes are big enough for a megalodon to swim through. The climax of the movie is a rollercoaster of excitement. Without giving too much away, let's just say it involves helicopters, harpoons, and Statham delivering a kung fu kick to a prehistoric shark. It's the kind of over-the-top action sequence that you can't help but cheer for, no matter how implausible it might be. In the end, the MEG is a summer popcorn movie in its purest form. It's not aiming for Oscars or critical acclaim, it's here to give you a good time. It's the cinematic equivalent of a theme park ride, exhilarating, a bit silly, and full of twists and turns. If you're looking for a film with deep, thought-provoking themes, you might want to swim elsewhere. But if you're up for a fun, laugh-out-loud adventure with a giant shark and Jason Statham's perpetual scowl, then the MEG is the perfect catch. So grab your popcorn, sit back, and prepare to dive into one of the most entertainingly ridiculous shark movies ever made. And remember, just when you thought it was safe to go back in the water, it really, really isn't.